Cheating, cheating, cheating. Huge problem in everything. In gaming, in real life, in sim racing, in motorsport, everywhere the cheating is the problem. But personally, I'm trying to always stay a little bit out of it, to not get involved in accusations and stuff like that, especially when it's not easy to prove in Assetto Corsa Competizione. Sometimes it's very obvious, sometimes it isn't. Recently, there has been two things about cheating in Assetto Corsa Competizione that caught my eye. There was a video from George Budby, my teammate. There was a cheater in his lobby, in my lobby as well, in a race. And I didn't pay too much attention to it because the problem of Assetto Corsa Competizione, it doesn't have any anti-cheat. Nothing. So basically, if there is someone cheating without telemetry or without some obvious noticeable things, you basically cannot tell, which is a big problem. And always was, guys. I will get into it a little bit later. And yeah, there was basically a guy who was obviously looking like he's cheating. He got banned. George made a video about it. You should watch it, guys. It's very interesting when he's talking deep into it, how they found out and so on and such. Mabix, big German streamer, made a video about it, and he put some other videos of some other cheaters driving 300 kilometers in an AMG, almost going two wheels and such. And that's within spans of few days. It's very, very crazy. And now today, I got a video tagged on Twitter saying like, hey, you should watch this, where there's another guy, it looks like a random lobby, under a very obvious name, which we all know from my channel and from the history, but I don't trust the names too much online when you play ACC, because if a part of Steam ID, you can use whatever name you want, right? So it can be someone else, but the name is quite obvious, but I don't believe 100% if it's the person, you know. Why would you use your real name, right? Like, that makes no sense. So I'm 100% sure this is not Darren, you know, there's someone else just like, for example, hating him or something, you know, using his name, looking at him with a bad light, you know. Somebody can be using my name and such, you know, in these things. But it's just ridiculous. And it would be really great to know, like, who is organizing these races, like, because somebody owns the server, right? To find out and get the Steam ID. Then you know exactly who it is. And you can ban him everywhere, you know, on every platform, you know, except the game. But every platform. But nevertheless, there's a video from Monza where there's a guy very obviously cheating, driving 400 kilometers per hour on the straights and so on. And I just say, this is a huge problem. This has always been a huge problem, guys. I fucking hate cheaters, you know? I fucking hate them. Scumbag of the earth, you know? Of the gaming world and such. And I think it's a big problem for the games as well, like game developers, to not to do much about it as well. Because I just want to give you a little glimpse to the back in the history, guys. Many years ago, when there was the first season of SRO Esport, I got contacted by developers from ACC, and they were telling me, hey, there's a guy who looks like he's cheating. We would like to know your opinion. And I was like, all right. So I got sent a replay, and I was watching the replay, comparing with the other people, comparing with myself as well, what I can do and cannot do. And it was quite noticeable that the guy was most likely cheating, like most likely, like, let's say he was 3 kilometers, 4 kilometers faster in the places where it was literally impossible on whatever you did, you know. But nevertheless, that put me a little bit in a detail with the development of the game and such. And I was like, guys, you cannot tell if he's cheating or not. Cannot you do something? And basically, yeah, without telemetry, we cannot tell. And I was like, okay, can you at least ban him? No, we cannot ban him from the game. We can ban him from the Steam ID, you know, from the server. We cannot ban him from the game. And I was like, right, okay. Why? Okay. Then, sometime later, the same guy, apparently, after different name, was driving in a league I was racing, and he was quite obviously faster. Somehow someone find out it's the guy from the cheating from before. He got banned, you know, and it was like a big boo-hoo. And I was like, wow, okay. Then some time passed. I didn't even know if anybody is cheating or not. And there was that very obvious cheater in a random ACC lobbies. He was like making videos about it. He was like doing periods, driving 300 kilometers per hour and like doing periods like this, crashing all the field. And it was like a big thing in an ACC because like everybody knew about it because it was like a big thing. But also, again, nobody could ban him. Nobody could get him out of the game, basically. He was taking the game hostage. He was driving in a random lobbies, doing whatever he wanted, and ruining the racing for everybody else just for fun. And nobody could do anything about it, unfortunately. Luckily, when we have, for example, low fuel motorsport, you have to have your Steam ID basically to drive, right, on their website and so on. So therefore, they can ban you if you're cheating or something like that, But there is never 100% sure, There was a huge drama, I think it was last year, or maybe 2 years or last year. There was a SRO esport racing driver, and there was a big drama about it that he was obviously cheating. He even said it, he was cheating, and there was a lot of upcoming from that as well. And I think it hurt the game really badly. Really badly, it hurt ACC because, for example, I watch Asmongold, some of the stuff he does, and one of the things he said, if you guys remember, there was a huge cheating drama in the Tarkov. Tarkov is a big cheating game, big cheating problem, and he was saying one thing: if the game is known for having cheaters, then every time you lose, you get killed. It's not like, oh, good game, man, you killed me, you're Battle Prel. No, it's a cheater all the time. And that's the problem, because I feel like from 2 years ago in ACC, a lot of people started being a little bit more suspicious about people around you. They're like, oh, he might be cheating on this. This is I never knew that. I noticed that on myself. For half a year after this big SRO drama, it was I can show it on the screen maybe a little bit, just what was happening. And I remember myself for half a year after, it took me half a year to get over it. Every single time I saw a new name, or someone I haven't seen before, because you always race against Nils, George, Samir, Valentin, and Mabix, and Luke Whitehead and so on. And every time you see a new name, you're like, is he legit or not? And I hated it. I hated it because there was nothing done about it, and there is nothing being done about it, and there will nothing be ever done, probably, most likely, in a future, or for example, ACC. Let's be honest, guys, I just want to say it here. People cheat everywhere. There has been people cheating in iRacing, there has been people cheating in Air Factor, there have been people cheating in ACC, there has been people cheating everywhere. The thing is, if it's a little bit more, and it's a little bit more public, that is a big problem as well, right? But for me, it was for half a year, I was like, oh my God, this guy might be cheating, this guy might be cheating. And then I haven't paid attention to it anymore. But now, again, sometimes you see that some stuff, and so on. But now there's been that video from George, from Mabix, and now I got tagged in the video as well, showing obvious cheater. And it's very obvious. When you have a public lobby and there's a guy going 300 kilometers per hour, you know obviously it's a cheater, right? You're like, yeah, he's a cheater, man. Fuck him, it is what it is. But the problem for me is, the problems of these cheats are what we saw, for example, in the SRO esport, The guy driving with 1/10 of the percent or 1% more grip or a little bit, tiny bit more speed, right? So if the guy is doing 280 and you're doing 279, you're like, is he cheating? Is he not cheating? So you're like, okay, questionable, right? Because you cannot know, right? So that's why in the esport, for example, you have to have a face camera, you have to send a telemetry, and you have all these protections trying to have against the cheating and such. But it's still unfortunately, ACC never, ever, ever invested in this. Unfortunately, they don't have any anti-cheat, and that's really what I think is obviously, I think it hurt the game a little bit in the past, but it's not it's a big deal, right? It doesn't happen very often, but it always makes you question the problem, and that's what I think is the biggest problem, personally. But let me know, guys, what do you think about cheating? I was talking about it a lot because in the streams, because obviously I'm trying to avoid the video content about the cheating because I don't want to give it much more publicity, But obviously I cannot be silent anymore, especially recently, and I just wanted to give you some talk about it from my side and so on, because I get asked on the streams. I talk about it all the time on the streams because people are like, hey, have you seen this? Have you seen this? Have you seen this? I'm like, oh my God, no, And I just thought I have to say it. So let me know what you guys think about the cheating in a sim racing and in gaming overall, because I personally fucking don't understand it. I don't understand it. You know what is my biggest problem, guys? My biggest problem is, like, personally, I rather finish P10 doing everything I can, knowing that I did everything I can. But I cannot personally imagine that I would be cheating, I would win the race, and after the race I would be like, damn, I'm so good, right? I'm so good. No, in my head I would be like, dude, you're such a loser. You're still a loser, right? You were a loser before. Now you're cheating, you won, and you're still a loser because you cheated to win. You know, like, so I'm like, I personally just don't understand the mind of someone who is cheating, like in anything, in anything. But like specifically in like these scenarios, like I will never understand it. I just don't understand the mind of the cheater. Like, yes, if it's for like some 20,000 euro prize money somewhere and he's cheating or something, I mean, yeah, like he just want to win, right? Or something like that. So, but it's still bad. It's fucking asshole behavior and a fucking loser, right? But like, at least there's something, right? But if it's like a LFM, low fuel motorsport, if it's like something like, why? Like, do you have to stroke your ego? Like, how do you stroke your ego when you know you're cheating, So it's the same like if you play Call of Duty or anything like that, right? Can somebody explain to me, like, if you're a cheater, please let me know in the comments, what do you get from it? Like, what is the, like, you're not better than anyone, you're always loser, like, just try your best, practice more and get better or something, or learn or understand that you're just a little slower, that's how it is, Not everyone has to be P1, But, yeah, guys, yeah. So, I feel like this is like a general big problem. I remember talking about, like, long time ago, like 2 years ago, there was like a rent sport asking me what I think about some stuff, and I was like, hey guys, the first thing you have to have is a proper anti-cheat, because nobody can, like, and they were telling me how much expensive it is, and I was like, nobody like wants to have a cheater in the game, So it is crazy. I personally just so hate this, like I just hate it. And it's like, the problem is also with the whole general, like, you have to literally, the community have to come together to find if someone is cheating. I think that's the worst thing. I feel like the ACC, guys, I love ACC, it's the best sim I've ever played. I love it so much, but the flaws, in a way, like, okay, like the 1.9 update ruined the game for plenty of people like me, ever since, basically, in the behavior and such. But whatever, we can still play it because we still enjoy it. The game crashes, the bugs, the car rolling over, crashing the server. Like, okay, I can live with stuff like that, right? But with not even being possible to actually, like, hey, is this guy cheating? And yes, he's cheating. Ban him forever from the game, or something like that. No, nothing. We have to, like, ban him on LFM. You have to ban him on our own league. We have to, like, basically tell everyone this guy is cheating. Be careful about that, So, yeah. It's quite crazy. It's quite crazy, guys. I honestly, just it makes me so pissed. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. What do you think, like, is the future also coming with this? I really hope the Assetto Corsa Evo, for example, will be really with the very, very strong anti-cheat, I feel like the thing is, for example, with iRacing, like, iRacing also had cheaters or have cheaters or had the cheaters, but it's not that common. And I feel like the good thing about the iRacing is it's so expensive that people don't cheat in iRacing that much because they lose 500 euro account, Like, in ACC, it's a $30 game or $10 game on a sale, right? So it doesn't bother you too much. But, like, in iRacing, if your account is 2,000 euro, in the last 10 years, you will probably question it twice if you want to cheat or not, But, yeah, it's quite crazy. It's quite crazy, guys. Well, I guess I will go on and keep driving and finishing on the races on a top 10 or something and enjoying it rather than cheating in a video game. Thank you so much, guys, for leaving a like and watching the videos and checking on the streams, and make sure to check our partners, join our Discord, Twitter, Instagram, guys, and see you next time. Hopefully with something a little bit more positive.